Hey everybody, I'm Jeff,
And I'm Linda.
and welcome to the Slalakum Shack. This is where we hang out when we're not out in the woods in the middle of nowhere. We're hanging out in the middle of the marsh. You can see kind of the eerie trees behind us here and such. But we come here and we do reviews on outdoor products, adventure products. And today we have these pretty cool adventure bracelets, or survival bracelets, I should say. Now let's take a little bit of a closer look at these things. So I found these on Amazon and I ordered them. They come in a 2-pack. They were only like 10 bucks. And it says follow us on Facebook. Check out our homepage, social media, all that stuff. It's www.exploregear.net and facebook.com/x, the letter X, exploregear.net. So let's flip it over. Let's look at the back of the package here real quick. You see these bracelets, they have different colors that they come in and such. And it looks like they have a lot of cool things on them. We have a fire scraper, 7-strand, ultra strong, military grade 550 paracord, a compass, a whistle, and a flint fire starter. So we're gonna go ahead and open these things up and see what they look like.
All right, so looking at these things, they probably have the same exact kind of cellophane closure as many of the other things do. Of course, I can't get it open. You kind of have to dig at it a little bit, but that's okay because it's been shipped to us and been waterproofed. So I'm just going to tear at it.
Yeah, and it's good that it's waterproof because for some reason the Amazon delivery guy, we have a covered porch.
Right.
And he leaves stuff on the top step out from under the cover.
Out from under the, yes, exactly. So,
ooh, look at this picture here.
Yes, Explore, okay.
Explore gear.
Make your adventure more exciting.
That's neat.
It's got the tents.
Is this like a sticker or what is this thing here? Oh, it's got something that we open up here.
Yes.
And it says 42 ways to use the paracord. Well, let me not miss this part here.
Okay.
So then they're also individually wrapped. And we got a black one and a green one.
We do. And the black one is mine.
That's good
I'm a black kind of person. And you like the...
I like the green one.
You like
it's
kind
of earthy. And
yeah.
Yep.
I'm
not a... what do you call it? I'm not a... what are those people that like wear olive drab clothing and stuff like that?
Olive drab people that wear outdoorsy people?
No, not outdoorsy people.
You are more of an
I'm not a communist.
Oh, do they wear olive drab?
Apparently. According to Seinfeld, they do.
Okay. But you are kind of the olive drab person as far as like, wearing the sort of color. Like that goes more with your skin tone and with your, coloration, I guess I should say.
Yes.
And you're more like I'm more the black person because I look better in colors that are either black or jewel tones.
Yeah. So Linda's the black person.
Yes, I'm the black person. So we're gonna tear this thing open and see what it's got in here. Oh, easier said than done here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Linda's working on that.
I probably got.
Let me just kind of point out
packaging.
This. There's 42 ways to use and prepare your paracord for preparing in survival.
I seriously doubt this.
Make a tow line, hang something up, secure a tent. It just keeps going and going and going. I'm not going to read them all for video purposes, but you can see them here, and you can pause the video if you'd like to and read them all. It talks about using a compass, reading a compass, and over here, look at this. It has steps to setting up a fire. So it goes through, and like I said, you can pause the video if you want to read all this stuff. I'm not going to read it to you for the purposes of this, but it has all the steps with pictures for preparing and starting a fire, which is pretty cool, and it shows how to use the flint.
Okay, so I finally chewed this thing out of the cellophane that it was actually individually wrapped in. And like I said, I probably got COVID from this thing. But from the first thing that I noticed is that the paracord is tightly woven, okay? I can stretch it just a little bit if I really wanted to. I could stretch it just a slight bit. But it is a nice, tightly woven, well-woven paracord on the thing. It's got a nice plastic closure. Okay, the plastic, it may eventually break, I'm guessing, but for now, it seems like it's fairly durable, and I also noticed the compass. The compass has kind of a glow-in-the-dark, like not numbers, but letters on it. The north, south, east, and west is definitely very visible, okay? And when you're holding it this way, it does appear to be pointing the correct way, which is good. That's important.
Yes, because I've gotten little compasses like this that did not work.
Right. Yeah, this one appears to be pointing the right way. So my question is whether or not this thing actually fits. I've got kind of small wrists, even though I'm sort of a bigger Amazonian sort of woman. You know, I've got fairly small wrists for a woman. So I have to say that trying to get this thing on by myself is a little bit difficult, of course, like all bracelets are. So I may need a little assistance in this manner, but oh,
There it
listen
is,
to
and
that.
look at that.
There you go.
Slips right in there.
It's a clink, right? It doesn't fit really tight around my wrist, but that's kind of good, you know, in a way, because you don't want it to fit too tight. You want it to have a little bit of looseness, a little bit of slip. I don't know what all this stuff is right here. We'd have to actually...
That's the fire scraper.
Okay, the whistle's
whistle
pretty good.
works.
I'm not exactly sure that it's going to call a person from miles away if I'm lost in the woods, but it definitely would attract a Bigfoot who might like pee a circle around me and keep the cheetahs and stuff away. You know? So that's important. That's probably pretty important. But this thing in the center here, see that little T-shaped piece of silver?
That's the fire scraper.
That's what I figured it probably was.
Yeah, it's got like little teeth on it. You can see.
Is there
some scraping.
Is this a flint? It's not a flint, actually. It's just like a scraper, basically. So you'd scrape away some...
There is a flint. So the fire starter is actually in. Like if you take this out,
yeah,
the fire starter is this thing right here.
Oh,
so you can scrape that along this, and I believe it makes a spark.
Oh.
I could be wrong.
See, we might have to test that out one day and see if that would actually work.
That would be a good... It's as hard as anything. Like, people think it's easy to just start a fire. Without a lighter and some lighter fluid, it's not the easiest thing to do.
No, it's definitely could not be the easiest thing to do. But like I say, the closure feels good. It feels secure. It does not feel flimsy in any way, shape, or form. And I would definitely say that this is probably a pretty good amount of paracord that is wrapped around my wrist right here. At the very least, I could strap up. I could, like, you know, make the ridge line for a tent out of it. If I was trying to do a makeshift tent. I think this would probably work pretty good.
Take your gear and hang it up in a tree and stuff like that. So it's surprising because you would think, like... And I don't know if it doesn't say exactly, at least at first glance, it doesn't say how much paracord is here.
Right.
But paracord is surprisingly long. Like when it's scrunched up like this would probably extend into quite a bit of paracord.
And that's kind of what I'm thinking is it would be kind of cool to unravel this thing and actually see how long the paracord actually is.
Yeah, but once you unravel it, there's no getting it back together.
That's true.
Like, this is something that you wear for an emergency.
Yeah.
And once you use it for an emergency, like, that's it. You get more bracelets.
So what I'm thinking is, like, you want to take this and wear it around your wrist in an emergency, but in a situation like this, you don't want to rely just on this paracord. You want to take another big bundle of paracord with you. Like, you know, you want to have a backup. Because,
this is like a last resort type thing. Like, you have this on your wrist just in case you need some rope, some fire starter, and a compass for direction.
I'm thinking, that's probably exactly the case. But
it's actually pretty loud.
It's actually pretty loud.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure I'm waking the neighbors at this point. But yeah, it is fairly loud. And they're probably like, you know, like, what the hell's going on out here?
Why is somebody blowing a whistle in the backyard?
At 2 o'clock in the morning. But
they don't know. It's a Slalakum shack. That's what we do.
Right.
We make noise.
We do weird things like that. But
yeah,
I'm pretty impressed. I mean, as far as this goes, I would imagine this would fit a sort of slender man's bracelet kind of thing. You know, it would like fit a slender man's wrist. If you have a big wrist and you're a man, you don't want to buy one of these because it's not going to fit. Right. Might fit around your big toe, but that wouldn't be very comfortable in a boot necessarily. But,
no.
But it does kind of scrunch down, if you can see. It scrunches down a little bit, so you could actually pack it. If you didn't want to wear it, you could actually pack it into your tent or into your, not your tent, but your backpack. You know, if you're going backpacking long distances, you could scrunch it down pretty far, and it does fold down well. So... and stays put like that, and you could still use it as a whistle at that point and as a compass. So, for the sake of, you know, people who might not want to wear this thing, it's still usable.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Survival Bracelet by Plore Gear. Definitely recommend it. It's available on Amazon for just under $10. Amazon Prime shipping, get it in a couple days, and taking on an adventure. And we'll definitely be using this on our next Bigfoot expedition.